Sessions.
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 Sessions?
Sessions.
Sessions.
Hi, sit back and relax wherever you are and enjoy the show. Troy, are you ready? Sessions at Botanico. Live from Studio A at Botanico's Secret Garden. Here's your host for today's episode. Here's Scotty.
Good evening and welcome to Sessions at Botanico.
All right, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
And you.
Yeah.
You're mixing things up, Mr. Troy. You're over here now.
It's nice to be here, and it's nice to have a microphone.
Yes.
All right.
Handle with care, my
Yeah.
friend. Handle with care. It's an awesome power that you now have.
I feel the trust. I feel the trust. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I was, as I like to do, looking through the papers, which is not what used to be when I was a lad. But I discovered something very interesting this week. Some researchers in Japan have discovered that there's a ring-tailed lemur, a certain species, where
I think I read
they've got
this.
these glands in their wrists and their shoulders where they give off a scent that they use for warding off guarding territory and all that sort of stuff. But it turns out somebody's been sitting around watching them, and during the breeding season, they rub their wrists on their tails and wave their tails at the females. Which I thought was, isn't that amazing that that's somebody's job to watch lemurs rub their tails and
Lemur mating.
wave them around? Yes.
I didn't know that there was a major in college.
If only we'd read the right brochures, right?
Well, yeah, I saw a bit of news about this weatherman for the BBC. I don't know if you saw this story, being a drummer and all. So everyone's working from home, as a lot of people are when they're on lockdown. And this young guy's a weatherman. He did his weather show, and then he played a full drum set because he's a drummer in his spare time, and he was quite good. And anyway, it got, I don't know, retweeted 4 million times or something. But what struck me about it was that I went into the wrong business, because this guy's living in London, and his backyard, he has a backyard. So we're talking he's making a couple million pounds a year. I can talk to the weather. Here, tell me which camera to look in over here. Hi, today in Phnom Penh's weather. It's 30 degrees Celsius, but it feels like 34. It's sunny, and it might rain. I was totally, I was more impressed, not by his drumming or the fact that, he did the weather well, but his house.
Yeah.
So
Envy is a terrible thing.
it's not so much envy, it's more questioning life choices. Questioning life choices.
Yes, and we do a lot of that.
Especially on episode 5.
Yes, especially on episode 5. There we are.
So what else you got?
Well, what else I got? Some researchers in Canada have discovered that we process, when we listen to songs, we use the left brain to listen to the lyrics, and we use the right brain to listen to the melody. And I thought that's really very interesting. And I wondered which sides of the brain are where you say something and you've got no filter and you think it's funny, and then there's another part of your brain that's going, no, it's not funny. Pull out now. Stop. And sometimes you just have to have an external little voice that goes,
You're not funny.
thank you.
Like Keith. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think ridiculous times call for a ridiculous song. So here's one by a band called Camper Van Beethoven. It goes a little something like this. Every every day I get up and pray to Jah. And he increases the number of clocks by exactly one. Well, everyone's coming home for lunch these days. And last night there were skinheads on my lawn. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. Some people say that bowling alleys, they got big lanes. Big lanes, big lanes. And some people say that bowling alleys, they all look the same. Look the same, look the same. And there's not a word here that rhymes with anything. Anything, anything. I had a dream last night, and it was about you, my friend. My friend, my friend. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. 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 All right, Timber Band and Beethoven. Yeah, so what's next?
Well, Mr. Troy, he's been scanning the newspapers as well, and he's got some interesting headlines for you.
Well, I have too much time on my hands, as we all do, and as the band Styx once sang. Let's see what's happening in the New York Post.
Oh, yes, the New York Post. Where you are an ex-New Yorker, as am I.
The beauty of New York is, anybody can be a New Yorker for a while. Once that first month's rent is paid, which is a huge uphill battle, or at least it was for me. Hell, every month was a miracle. But we've both been there. And I remember laughing every time I would pass one of those newspaper racks with the New York Post, because the headlines were always terrific.
Yeah, and the Daily News as well. What are the headlines today?
Oh.
What's going on page 6?
Well, the comedian Drew Carey, an Ohio
yes,
man like yourself, a good Buckeye, is forgiving his girlfriend for her previous murder. Talk about a killer girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
The price is right, but killing is still wrong.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby.
Ah, yes.
The Cos. Dr. Huxtable.
Yes. America's dad.
America's dad. And speaking of where did it all go wrong, he's not going anywhere despite the coronavirus threat.
So he's still in jail.
He's still in jail. His Cosby sweater pattern has been printed on his orange jumpsuit.
Yeah. So they know who he is. Yeah.
I sure hope they do. In royal news, Prince William and Kate Middleton, they're video calling their family during the quarantine. Now they're in the States now. Is that correct?
No. That's Harry and Meghan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I get them.
I
get them mixed up.
Yeah, they're the ones who abdicated.
Yeah.
They left the royal family.
They sailed on their own personal Mayflower.
Yeah, something like that.
And then Canada wouldn't let them in or something?
I have a lot of time on my hands. I read a lot of stuff. I believe the issue was Canada refused to pay their security detail. And so they opted to just move to Los Angeles, where now they're working for some kind of nonprofit, handing out food to people who need it. So they're doing good in the world, which is
Canada.
good. Yeah.
Well, that's the news for the week, guys.
Wow.
How about a song?
Yeah.
How about a song?
Let's do a song. Thanks, Troy.
Well, I passed you on the street today, baby, and didn't you see me? Maybe there's someone's in your eyes, you look the other way. baby. Had some good times twice, and now I'm only gonna give you one more chance. Only gonna give you one more chance. I'm only gonna give you one more chance to break my heart. Those things I can't forget, things I don't remember, things I know you never really meant to say. Well, it's a long, long, long time from May to December. After each December, there comes another May. We had some good times once, baby. We had some good times twice. But now I'm only gonna give you one more chance. I'm only gonna give you one more chance. I'm only gonna give you one more chance to break my heart. Yeah. Pass you on the street today, baby, till you see me. Maybe the sun was in your eyes, you look the other way. Well, I'm trying to get a message through, but you don't receive me. You know I'm only living, you know I'm only living, you know I'm only living, you know I'm only living to be loving you another day. We had some good times once, baby. We had some good times twice. But now I'm only gonna give you one more chance. Only gonna give you one more chance. I'm only gonna give you one more chance. Break my heart again. To 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 break my heart again. Only gonna give you just one more chance to break my heart just one more time, baby, again.
All right.
A word from our sponsor. Okay.
Now, for a word from our sponsor. We here at Botanico take the coronavirus very seriously. The safety of our customers and our staff is of the utmost importance. Without you, there is no us.
We're still open, but we take social distancing very seriously. We've removed half our seats in order to create appropriate space for those who still wish to dine in our garden. We're doing delivery and takeaway as well. And don't forget, you can call our Beer Tuk Tuk to deliver craft beer to your door. The Beer Tuk Tuk box, by the way.
During this difficult time, many people have lost wages and their jobs. All of the musicians who used to play here regularly have not done so anywhere in over 1 month. And that's why we're supporting them with our 2-for-1 gift certificate program. Pay it forward. Celebrate Christmas 8 months early. Feed a friend, or just feed a musician that you've seen playing at a venue around town.
When this passes, we can go back to everywhere we once went. In the meantime, if your favourite place is still open, show them some love, spend if you can afford it, because every dollar counts. From all of us here at Botanico, be smart, stay safe, bump your elbows, and wash your hands.
So, Troy, you know, I used to, when I lived in New York, I used to love reading the New York Post every day, and they have horoscopes in there, right?
Well, yes, they do.
Well, maybe you could read our horoscopes.
Oh.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
I am a Leo, if you didn't guess that, for my love of wanting to be on the microphone and whatnot. So
Leo the lion.
yes.
Did the cowardly lion?
That's in the Wizard of Oz, man. We're not through the looking glass yet. Well, I mean, kind of with this pandemic, but, we're still here.
Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. You need to set yourself the kind of challenges that force you to go beyond the limits you are used to. Those limits are most likely much lower than your real limits. Leo, raise your sights, raise your game, and then raise hell.
Well,
It actually says that.
okay. Maybe let's extrapolate for today's example. I've been getting shocked by the guitar constantly.
Yeah.
We had to readjust.
Your guitar playing shocks me all the time.
Exactly. Thank you. And we've had to reconfigure the show at a last minute guest cancellation. So I feel like I'm living above my limits and doing above my limits already today. And I guess after this, it's just time to have a few beers and raise hell.
Yeah,
Right.
sounds like fun.
Adapt and overcome.
Yes. What sign are you there, Scotty?
Well, I'm Pisces. It's two fish swimming in opposite directions.
Yes.
Yeah.
My
Go try that one out.
Yeah. My most recent ex was a Pisces. Yeah.
Pisces, February 19th through March 20th. It does not matter how many times you have failed in the past. It matters only that you try, and try again. And keep trying until it comes right.
I think you've made that point rather well.
Some Pisces give up far too easily when things don't go their way. Don't you, Scotty, be one of them.
Well,
Keep
all right.
trying.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm glad we had this idea.
This is pretty accurate for today.
Well, I keep failing.
Just keep trying.
No, I'm not in the whole adapt and overcome vibe of this weekend morning
Yeah.
here in downtown Phnom Penh and Botanico's Secret Garden,
Studio A, yes.
Studio A.
So what sign are you?
Well, okay, I am on the cusp.
So that means you're right on the edge.
Well, like every chart is different. I'm the last day of Scorpio, so I get that that behavior. If you know what Scorpios are.
My first wife was a Scorpio.
known for. But also, some say I'm the first day of Sagittarius. So the wanderer, the traveler, shooting lots of arrows. Let's see what the New York Post says I am.
The New York Post is the definitive horoscope of the world. What does the Post say?
Sagittarius, November 22nd, which is my birthday,
Okay.
by the way.
That's the day they killed Kennedy, right?
1963.
Yes.
Yeah, I spent my birthday in Dallas a few years ago, and I went to the Book Observatory.
Oh.
Not Book Observatory, but the book,
Dealey Plaza.
Dealey Plaza overlooking the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
And there's an X. It's you might not know this. It's an on-ramp to an interstate.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
That's why they had to make the left turn onto Elm, or from Elm Street onto to get
Exactly.
onto the overpass to get to where he was speaking.
So you're up there, and you can kind of gauge, like, I'm a pretty good shot, but this is iffy.
Well, and I walked Dealey Plaza once. I was on tour and was staying not too far, and I was like, oh, great! I've actually read a lot about the JFK assassination, and I was struck by how small it was.
Yeah.
It's a very small area. I did not go up into the book
Repository.
Repository Museum. Thank you.
You both read so deeply.
Keep trying.
Well, what's sad is every year on my birthday, I see the Zapruder film.
Oh yeah.
Each and every birthday for
all of your birthdays.
for every birthday.
Well, what does your horoscope today say?
All right. So Sagittarius, November 22nd. through December 21st. So many things seem to come easy to you now, which is great.
Yeah.
But don't let that blind you to the fact that there are still some very serious issues that need to be dealt with. Gospel truth there.
Okay.
And friends and family members will expect you, Sagittarius, and me, to play a big part.
Well,
There you go. Well, since I've been invited from the cousins table to the big boy couch, you know, I'm definitely feeling that. Definitely feeling that, friends and family. So thank you.
well, I mean, this is episode 5. You know, we made it.
We made it?
Almost the baker's dozen. And so yeah, so I guess it's appropriate that you're on the couch. Probably on the 6th one, you'll be back at the cousin's table next to me. But
So this is the casting couch.
I wouldn't go that far. But
Yeah. I think there's a lot of good pep talks there across a range of different elements and signs.
I
We
do
all,
what I
we can all
can.
bring something from each other's advices there.
And that was Horoscopes, brought to you by the team here at Sessions on episode 5. Thank you, Troy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. We'll just keep that.
Adapt and overcome.
Miss it by a friend.
You're not funny.